Hi guys, Jayanam here with a new Unity 2019 tutorial in which I show you how to attach a first and third person character prefab of the standard assets to a moving platform. In a previous part I did this for Unity 2017, but the standard assets that you find in the assets store are not really compatible with the current version of Unity. You don't have to import all the assets, I just import the characters and some utilities. You can skip some folders, for example the sample scenes or the 2D folder, because we don't need them for this tutorial. But anyways, after you imported them and start the game, you run into some errors. And this is because the package contains things that are deprecated. But let me show you how to resolve these issues. I double click an error to open Visual Studio. And here we can see the first error, the GUI texture class isn't available anymore. So I click this icon to go to the class, to the file, and I just remove this because we don't need this for the characters. Okay, and then I compile the project, or better to say, the solution, and go to the next error. And I see here we imported the water assets, which are also not supported anymore. So I remove the whole folder and build again the solution. And there's one last error, a class GUI text, which is an old one, so I remove again this file. Alright, and now we should be able to compile the solution and use the character assets. Okay, looks good. This is one solution if you want to use the standard assets which were made for Unity 2017. I also found this project on GitHub. The link is added to the description, but I haven't tried this yet. In the Git comments you can see that there is an update for Unity 2019. If you tried the components, please add a comment to the video if they work for you. Okay, but this is my project with the converted assets, and I drag two prefabs into the scene. The first one for an FPS controller, but not this one. I use the rigid body FPS controller because the other one doesn't work with the platform, which is due to a code of the character controller movement. And after that I drag in this prefab for the third person character that I also used in the previous part. Okay, now I deactivate the third person character first. Select the green platform and the script, which is called platform attach, and it has a player field. To that I can drag now the current player, which is the rigid body FPS controller. Alright, so let's start and test the first person player perspective. I move over the platform and the player is attached and moved to the other side. Okay, this works, so I stop the game and activate the third-person player game object. The FPS controller I deactivate, and for the platform I also use the third-person game object. So let's start. The player will be attached to the platform, so as you can see, using it is pretty simple. Now let's have a look how this is implemented. The first thing you have to do is to add colliders. I use box colliders to the platform. The first one is the collider that the character is standing on. It has the same position and size as the platform, and it is not a trigger. This means the isTrigger checkbox isn't checked. And the second one is also a box collider, but this is a trigger and it is located above the first one. When the player is entering or leaving this trigger, the methods onTriggerEnter or onTriggerExit are called, which are implemented in this script platform attach. It has a public member called player. To that you can drag the current player in the inspector. In the method onTriggerEnter I check if the object that is entering the collider is this player, and if this is the case I assign the transform, which is the platform, to the parent of the player. This means the player will be attached to the platform, and in the other case, when the player is leaving the trigger, I detach the player again by setting the parent to null. Okay, the only thing that is left to do now is to animate the platform. I open the animation window and we can dock this here at the bottom. And then you select the green platform and create the animation. First you have to find a starting position. This can be done by using the move tool. I start here. And then I go ahead and press this create button, choose a folder to which I want to save the animation. For example, this one, and the animation I call platform. Okay, so let's create the first keyframe for this game object, or better to say for the transform and the property position. Alright, we have two keyframes now in the timeline for the position of the platform. The first one at 0 and the second one with the same position at time 1. But I moved the second one to the right to increase the length of the animation. And then I moved the slider to the middle and the platform to the end point of the animation. And then again I create a keyframe. And as a result we get a looping animation. We can play this now to preview it, and this looks pretty good. In the inspector, when you have the platform selected, you can see that an animator has been created. We can double click to open it, and the platform animation is the default state that is executed when we start the game. The default speed of 1 should be pretty simple to handle. The player is attached to the platform, and we can leave it as well. If you like, you can go ahead and increase the speed of the animation a bit, just to make it harder for the player to reach the platform. So I double the speed, but let's see if I can find the right moment. Yeah, I'm pretty good in this, you know. And I'm just, oops. Okay, that's it. I hope you liked this short tutorial for Unity 2019 and the moving platform. If you do, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, add these to the comments below. Thanks for watching this, thanks for your support, and I see you next time.